So this is a new, slightly odd series of videos. Well, it's not odd, but we're going to look at all the group quests in each zone that I would say is relevant. There's a lot of group quests. I'll give you an example. In Zangarmarsh, there's one where you have to go and kill Lord Clack in the cave, southern end. If you're really familiar with TBC, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That's classed as a group quest, but it's non-elite. So obviously the rewards you would expect from it are fairly basic. So I want to go through each zone. We're going to start today with Hellfire Peninsula, and we're going to look at key quests that you don't want to miss for one of two reasons. Either the gear that they give is going to help you with leveling. It could potentially be a pre-bis item. I mean, let's be fair, starting in these first zones, there's not going to be that many that are going to be pre-raid bis, but some of them can compete quite closely, you know, to the point where you might not need to worry too much about getting a chest slot, for example, because you're going to get one from a quest in Hellfire. But ultimately, all of these ones in Hellfire are going to be replaceable, but they still will probably serve you for a decent amount of leveling, probably all the way to 70. So I'm only going to focus on the ones that I consider key group quests. Feel free to skip the next minute or so if you're not bothered about the giveaway, but obviously I announced the giveaway on the video before last for a Blizzard mount, sorry, for the Dreadwake. So I'm just quickly going to do that for you. So there was 454 comments. I'm going to do it exactly the same as I did before, where we're going to go in game and we're going to slash roll. As long as that number lands on a comment that was answering my question, which was why are you looking forward to TBC or Classic TBC, then that person will get the code for this mount. But that's not all though. So we're going to do another giveaway on this video. As you'll notice from my cap, a Rozzy have been kind enough to send quite a lot of products my way, but to obviously share with the community. So I would definitely check out their site. I'll put a link in the description. If you use code Scottejaye, you will get 10% off. And their products are really nice. For example, we've got microphones. We've got mouse bungees, which, by the way, are really, really cool. Headsets, mice, I mean, you name it. They do it. But they even do things that I didn't even realise I needed, like this nice mat that goes under my chair, which, believe it or not, makes a big difference. So as I say, feel free to check those out. Now, I'm actually giving away the mouse bungee on Twitch, so make sure you come over to twitch.tv/Scottejaye87, where you'll have a chance at getting one of those. For this video in particular, we've still got a couple more Blizzard codes to get through. So as you know, Blizzard sent me multiple codes for mounts and pets. As I say, I appreciate you're probably watching this for Classic TBC content, but you may play retail as well. So on the basis I've got these codes, I don't want to keep them for myself. I want to give them out to you guys. So for this one, it's a pet. It's Cap'n Crackers, the little parrot. And all you got to do, as I say, there's no stipulation as in you need to like, you need to subscribe. It's not that sort of giveaway where, you know, I'm going to try and force you to do something you don't particularly want to do. You might not like my content. You might not want to subscribe. But all you do need to do is just leave a comment. And all I want you to tell me is what is your favourite expansion of World of Warcraft? Vanilla could be the answer. Maybe you don't like the expansions, you like the original game. That's fine. But what is your favourite expansion of all time? That's it. And then later on in the week, I will do a draw like we're about to do now for the Dreadwake, and you might win. So let's get the other day's giveaway out of the way now. As I say, if you're not bothered about seeing the results for this because you know you're not involved, feel free to skip forward to the content. I've put chapters anyway. So like I'll show you now, we've got 454 comments. Now, not all of those will actually be answering the question, which the question was, why are you looking forward to TBC? We will roll and see where it lands. And we've rolled 37. So all we'll now do is switch over to the comments over on the video. So all we'll do now is scroll down to the 37th comment, and that will include replies to people as well. So we just need to hope it lands on an actual comment that has said why they're looking forward to TBC. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 37. Steve Reddy, looking forward to TBC. The nostalgia. So please get in touch with me on Discord. Just join my Discord. It'll be in the description below. And done. So that's it. Giveaways out of the way. So as I say, next one's announced. Cap'n Crackers. Get involved in the comments. So now what you're really here for. You're here for the quests, hopefully. So like I've already explained at the start what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking at the group quests that I consider ones that you shouldn't miss. We will have a quick look at them on Wowhead, and we'll also look at them in game. And I'm going to start with the one that everybody will probably be most familiar with. So it's Cruel Intentions for the Horde, or Overlord for the Alliance. Now this quest rewards the same trinket for both factions, but you're looking at a crit with a spell damage use effect, you're looking at a crit with an attack power use effect, or you're looking at a defense trinket with a use effect that increases your maximum health. The defense trinket in particular is very good because getting that amount of defense, so 26 defense, and having that nice little personal cooldown early on is obviously you're not going to say no to that at all. Now, it is quite a lengthy chain, which we can have a look at. We'll look at the Overlord quest chain, which, as you can see on Wowhead, so this actually starts with a Burning Legion missive. This drops off of a mob in Hellfire Peninsula, which doesn't actually require any chain. You will naturally kill this mob as part of one of the quest chains, but if you was in a rush just to try and get this trinket, you can head over and kill him. And the NPC in question that drops it is Warbringer Araxi Amal. Now, like I said, for both Horde and Alliance, you will naturally get a quest line that leads to you killing this NPC anyway, and then it will drop the missive that starts the quest. So once you've clicked on your quest item, you'll then get 2 follow-up quests, which will be the Heart of Darkness and Overlord. Not sure why Overlord's not showing here, but you will then get this quest, Overlord, to slay Erasius the Crawl in the Pools of Agonar. Now, it suggests 3 players, but honestly, I would say this is one of the more difficult group quests, perhaps in the game rather than just in Hellfire Peninsula. So I personally would recommend 4 to 5. There's going to be plenty of people. There's going to be no shortage of people wanting to do this quest. So just fill a group of 5 up, head over to the Pools of Agonar and get your kill, which, if you're wondering where the Pools of Agonar are, I will show you in game. So if we are looking in Hellfire Peninsula, the Pools of Agonar are just sort of to the northwest of Threlmar and Honorhold. So Pools of Agonar, this is where you're going to want to go, and he sits literally on the big throne. Well, he doesn't sit, but he's up on the throne, so you'll work your way through. There's lots of mobs to kill on the way through, but kill the guy, get the trinkets. Now, the next one I want to talk about is Colossal Menace, which also then leads on to Natural Remedies. So it's 2 group quests. You get a really nice idol if you're a druid. I mean, this is going to be the first idol you get in Outland, and it increases your damage of Mangle in Cat and Bear. So definitely something you druids are going to want to get. There's also a reasonable wand for you casters. There is a Paladin Librum to increase the damage of your Exorcism and Holy Wrath. And there's also a totem for you shamans, which will reduce the mana cost of your lightning bolt. So on the basis you shamans, let's say you're Draenei, you know, this is probably going to be the first totem that you actually can acquire, so you're probably going to want to get this quest done. But ultimately, it's a decent quest overall. The rewards are only green, but you need to do this group quest for it to then lead to the second part, which is called Natural Remedies. You can comfortably do both of these group quests with 2 people. Some classes would even be able to solo the first part, but I would say the second part is a little bit trickier. So I would definitely recommend bringing 2 people to this. But let's have a look at how you get it. Now, the Colossal Menace requires level 61, so you won't be able to do this as soon as you walk through the Dark Portal and get your Idol of the Wild, for example, unfortunately. But there is no pre-quests. You literally just need to go to the camp, which is located here, just sort of north, slightly northeast of Ruins of Shannar, or just southwest of Temple of Tel Hamat. It's in between the 2. So you want to go to this area, you'll get the quest, which will then lead you over to the Fallen Sky Ridge, which is where you'll be killing the Colossals. Now, if we quickly look at these rewards, you can see the Mangle Idol, a reasonably decent crossbow, your Librum, your Totem that I've already spoke about, and a Survivalist Wand. Now, these are not really why you're going to be doing the quest, even though they're nice, and as I say, for Druids specifically, you're definitely going to want to be getting hold of this Idol. But the reason you want to do this is for the follow-up, because this will lead to Natural Remedies, which still only a 2-player quest, requires Seed of Revitalization. You get given that. So this basically means, like you'll see on screen now, you need to move to a big green circle here that you can actually see on the screenshot, but I'll also put the footage in game of us doing it on the beta. Now, this will give 4 very, very good rewards. These boots, for example, you know, if you're going in with like Boots of the Vanguard, I believe they're called, from Classic, so Phase 6 Bis for like Feral Druids, you could probably quite comfortably replace those with these. So it could be one of your first epics that you get rid of for a group quest item. You got nice Destroyer's Mantle shoulders that give 35 damage and healing, 9 crit. You've also got some nice plate boots. I mean, they're not amazing, but they're reasonable. Probably the worst out of all of them, actually. And then Verdant hand wraps, which are really, really strong. 3 mana per 5, damage and healing by 35, and 8 crit, as well as having, you know, a reasonable amount of intellect and stamina. So you can see these being really good for shamans while you're leveling, obviously. And you could probably use these into Karazhan, no joke. So really solid quest. Only need 2 of you to do it. No massive pre-quest chains that you need to do to be able to get there either. That's why this makes it on the list for me, because you can do 2 group quests, get loads of XP as well for both of these parts, and get a couple of solid upgrades which might start to replace your classic gear in some circumstances. Now, there's only 2 more that I want to actually talk about. One of them we might as well get out of the way, because the rewards are not great and they are only green rewards anyway. But for a group quest that's quite easy, there's a reasonable pair of boots that you can have for a shaman. So this is the Rock Flayer Matriarch for the Alliance and Wanted Black Talon the Savage for the Horde. So let's have a look what you need to do. So it is a 2-man quest. You can do this in conjunction with another couple of quests that you get anyway to go to the same area, which showing you in game, this area is here. So it's the Great Fissure. Now, Black Talon's in the cave, in the Great Fissure, but you will be killing mobs around the cave anyway, so you might as well grab the quest. So you'll get it from Falcon Watch for if you're the Horde, and you'll get it from Temple of Telhamat if you're Alliance. So it's definitely a quest worth doing, and the main reason I say it's worth doing is because if we look at the boots in particular, so the Horde boots, obviously Horde always get it better than Alliance, the Horde boots are actually better than the Alliance. So 17 intellect, crit, and spell damage, obviously perfect for you elemental shamans that are leveling. And then there is a reasonable pair of trifactor stat gloves as well, so 17 strength, 16 agility, 25 stamina. But even the belt is quite nice, so int, stam, spirit, and then damage and healing by 20. The rewards differ slightly for Horde to Alliance. Alliance don't get the crit on the boots, unfortunately, on the Mal boots, but they do get stamina, which I would prefer the crit. But yeah, there's minor subtle differences between the two rewards for Alliance and Horde, but ultimately still a quest you probably don't want to miss because you might be questing with a buddy anyway, and it's a nice, easy, elite group quest to go and do. The last one's good. So the last one is not quite on par with Overlord, but I would say it's close. That quest for the Alliance is called Drill the Drill Master, and for the Horde it's called the Foot of the Citadel. Both quests give a blue chest, and they give exactly the same for Horde or Alliance. So let's jump in and have a quick look at exactly what they give and how you get this quest. So if we look at the Alliance, you will naturally get to this quest line following the series for the Exorcism of Colonel Jules. Now, this one, if you don't remember, is where you assist Klaatu inside Honor Hold Inn to help exorcise Colonel Jules, basically. And then it will lead on to Drill the Drill Master. But some of these rewards are really interesting. So Storm Strike Vest, again, very, very good. Shame it lacks crit, but still a very, very strong chest for shamans. Darkstorm Tunic in particular is very, very good for both rogues and druids alike. 76 attack power, 21 agility, 22 stamina. Depending on what you're using from Classic, this could quite easily replace your chest. And then again, a really strong cloth chest as well. Nice big amounts of crit, damage and healing by 44, 15 int, 21 stamina. And then another trifactor chest plate, so trifactor stat chest plate, 38 strength, 21 agility, 22 stamina. Could be really useful for warriors and paladins, obviously. But these quest rewards are very, very nice. If we then have a real quick look at the Horde version, so this will start with Boiling Blood. This quest is around the Cauldron, so this is when you are, if I just show you in game, when you are around the Zefgor area, and it will start here in Spinebreaker Post. So you'll just follow this quest line through until you get to Report to Nazgril, which will send you to Thralmar, and then you'll get the Foot of the Citadel quest, which, as I say, gives exactly the same rewards as it does for the Alliance. And that is it. There is another group quest or two that I've missed off, but I've missed them off purely because actually the rewards from the other group quest that we've spoke about are better. So there is another group quest that gives a chest, but the chests from the Foot of the Citadel or Drill the Drill Master, both of those alike, obviously, the chests from those are actually better than the other group quests. So there's no point talking about it because we want to get the best one right. But these are, in my opinion, the key group quests that you should aim to complete in Hellfire whilst you're leveling. If you found it useful, like, subscribe. As I said at the start, come check me out on Twitch, Scottejaye87 over there. Come drop me a follow. I'm streaming pretty much every night. In fact, I'll probably be live in the next couple of hours. So until next time when we look at the Zangarmarsh ones, peace out.